Okay, so we should be live right now. I think that we have a great connection, hopefully. Looks like everything's good. I feel like I'm not too centered right here. Maybe this is the best spot for sure. So we are going to give it a bit. Let's make sure that our audio is good though. Like we got to make sure the audio is looking good, right? So let's see. Audio's great. Audio's great. Yeah, audio is good. First live in a bit. It's been a bit since I did a live, and I'm excited to get back into the camera needs an upgrade, no doubt about that. It's been a bit, so I will be upgrading the camera probably soon. We'll look into that. I think I've had this camera for like 6 years. I do know that there are some better cameras out there for sure. So we'll be upgrading that, and don't worry about it. But I thought, what's the best way to get back into the lives right now that it is May 27th and we are on the brink of summer. And with summer, the blockbusters, Spielberg's up next to bat with Disclosure Day, which I will not lie to you is on my most anticipated since the beginning of the year. Heard him talk about Disclosure Day a bit at South by Southwest. Incredible panel that just consisted of some of the most inspiring things I've heard in a long time. And I'm excited for Disclosure Day. I really am. We just got a new trailer for that today, and I will be talking about it hopefully in the next coming days. But today we are here to talk about horror films. Yes, summer has the blockbusters. We have Brand New Day. We have Minions and Monsters, which I'm excited for all of the blockbusters always. But I am also very excited for the horror films. And I have a collage here of some of them. There's some that didn't make it onto the collage, but there's still some that I'm going to talk about, so don't worry about that. So just giving it a little bit more time, we are starting it off right with Backrooms this Thursday. So psyched, so psyched for that. So I will be watching Backrooms on Thursday. I will try to make a video and get it released that night, and then we will discuss it throughout the whole weekend, theories, all of that. Gonna get on it, just like we did with Obsession, right? So that's something to look forward to that we will be doing. Cannot wait to talk more about Backrooms because I'm hearing it is going to be insane. So very, very excited for that. So we are going to be doing these lives now on a daily basis. Like I said, I'm going to get a new camera. I don't know what's wrong with this camera. I feel like there's just too old. It's just too old because it don't look good. It don't look good. See, I'm trying to give it a little bit of a cleanup there, but it's just the camera itself. So new camera coming soon. Stay tuned for that. But let's get into horror films that are going to be coming out this summer. And of course, we have your scary movie and all that. I don't know how I feel about scary movie just yet. I think I remember just the third or the fourth one. I don't remember what's going on, and now we have the Wayans brothers returning as well, and they're picking up that storyline, which was dropped off in two. And I remember three distinctly because three was like one of the first ones I watched, I think, as like a teenager. And I was so intrigued by the parody and all of that. I don't know if the parody is a lost art or not nowadays, but I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm trying to fix the camera right there. But yeah, Scary Movie 6 is going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see what happens once that is released alongside with Disclosure Day. But let's get into these horror films to look forward to. So if you're watching this video after this was a live, and I hope that you will subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on another live whenever I do go live. But let's talk about one of my most anticipated films, of course, is Backrooms. Now, Backrooms is directed by Kane Parsons. I've already done 3 videos on the Backrooms, and you know, A24 is being a little weird with the footage I use, so I'm probably not going to use footage with my ending explained as much because A24 is kind of weird with that right now. But the Backrooms is based on a creepypasta of the same name that started off on a 4chan thread, and basically what it is liminal space horror. You have Chiwetel Ejiofor starring alongside Renate Reinsve, Mark Duplass, amongst others. And this is a movie that says a therapist enters another dimension to find her lost patient. I am excited. The trailers look great, and it looks like it's going to be one of those movies that we will definitely be talking about for some time. So cannot wait for the Backrooms. Very, very excited about that. Another film that I'm excited about as well, coming in a couple of weeks, is going to be Leviticus, directed by Adrian Chiarella. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Starring Joe Bird, who you may recognize from Talk to Me. You also have Stacy Clausen as well as Mia Wasikowska. This is a film that says two teenage boys must escape a violent entity that takes the form of the person they desire most, each other. I saw this at South by Southwest. I thought it was incredible. Very hyped to watch it after hearing so many great things about it at Sundance. And I really enjoyed Leviticus. Really great film right here. Next one is going to be Evil Dead Burn. Evil Dead Burn is a movie that I'm very curious about because I was not as high on Evil Dead Rise as a lot of people. I enjoyed Fede Alvarez's Evil Dead 2013, and I was okay, like I said, with Evil Dead Rise. But Sebastian Vanasek did direct a film called Vermin, which I actually watched at Fantastic Fest years ago, and I really enjoyed that one. So I'm curious to see what this one's going to feel like. We've done some videos talking about it, breaking the trailer down, so I'm ready. I'm ready. It says, following the death of a mother's son, the family comes together in a secluded house. The gathering becomes a family reunion from hell as members gradually turn into deadites. And I really like this whole concept of going back out into the woods, something we haven't seen since 2013. So I'm there for this one, Evil Dead Burn. The trailer looks great, and we've already talked about how it seems to have a connection to 2023's Evil Dead Rise with Deadite Jessica. So if they're trying to spin these stories together and weave it into a whole new cinematic universe, I'm all there for it. We do know that Evil Dead Wrath is coming after this one. Sam Raimi has discussed that he would love to continue doing more Evil Dead movies, so I'll be there for this one for sure. Next one on our list is going to be the film Her Private Hell. This film comes out as well in July. Sophie Thatcher starring Charles Melton, Havana Rose Liu. This is going to showcase Nicholas Winding Refn's new film that premiered at Cannes to not the best reviews. That's all I got to tell you right there. And it's sort of like a whodunit, I believe, and there's just a lot of it that people didn't love about it so much from what I saw from Cannes. But I always tell you, give the film a chance if you're excited for it. I've been excited for Her Private Hell since it got announced, so I will be excited for it once it releases. We'll see what happens here. Next one on the list is going to be a South Korean horror film, action horror actually, called Colony. And Colony is directed by Yong Sung-ho, who actually directed the film Train to Busan. So I've been excited about that for some time now. I've seen already what this movie is kind of about, but I'm still excited for it. I don't think it got the best reception it can either, so we'll see what happens. But it says the film explores the harrowing struggle of isolated survivors trapped in a building, quarantine amidst a unknown outbreak, as they fight for survival against the unpredictably evolving infected. So it sounds interesting. A bit of a departure from what we saw from Train to Busan, I've seen people say, but I'll still be open to watching it because I enjoyed the director's previous work. The next film on my list is going to be the new film from Casper Kelly. I don't know if this one counts as a summer release because it's at the beginning of September. I'm not putting Resident Evil here because I feel like that's more of a fall because it's towards the end of September. But this is the film Buddy from Casper Kelly. It stars Kristen Melody and also Keegan-Michael Key. You also have Topher Grace, Patton Oswalt, and amongst others. Now, this is a movie that I was very excited about since I heard about it at Sundance. I didn't watch it there. I actually watched it at South by Southwest. This is a movie I think you're going to really enjoy. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this movie a ton. I think it's a fun, campy type of movie. It says, in 1999, a group of amnesiac children live in the episodic world of It's Buddy, a children's television show hosted by the tyrannical Buddy, a bright orange humanoid unicorn with a purple heart on his chest who lives in a wacky clubhouse. When the children begin to defy their captor after one of the kids disappears, Buddy grinds his teeth and sends them on a perilous journey to the mythical Diamond City. Meanwhile, in the real world, traumatized suburban mother Grace is drawn into Buddy's abomination. So we shall see what that one's going to be like. I already saw it, by the way. I will tell you, it's a doozy. It's a doozy. I'm thinking not a lot of people are going to vibe with it, but if you vibe with campy and weird and Adult Swim type, like films, TV shows, you're gonna like this one. Insidious Out of the Further. I'm gonna be the first to admit, when I heard they were making another Insidious film, I said I am not watching that. I'm tapped out, done. But I saw the trailer for this and I was like, you got me. I'm here. This movie will come out August 21st, 2026, and I'm excited to see what it will be. I think it could be great. Next film on the list is going to be The End of Oak Street. The End of Oak Street is the new film from David Robert Mitchell, who of course gave us It Follows. Will also, excuse me, right there. Will also follow with They Follow. Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor in this film that says, after a mysterious cosmic event uproots Oak Street from suburbia and transports their neighborhood to someplace unknown, a family soon discovers that their survival depends on sticking together as they navigate their now unrecognizable surroundings. Trailer looks great. August 14th, I will be seated for this one. Hopefully, it's not just something that doesn't vibe well. It's something that actually makes sense, right? Not has to make sense, but I'm saying like it's not just going for shock factor, right? We'll see. And my final film, but most anticipated film of the summer, is going to be Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. This is a film directed by Jane Schomburn, which stars Hannah Einbinder as well as Gillian Anderson. It premiered at Cannes. It actually won the Queer Palm, and it will be released by movie on August 7th. The premise reads: a queer filmmaker is hired to direct a new installment of a long-running slasher franchise known as Camp Miasma. The director becomes fixated on the prospect of casting the reclusive actress who played the final girl in the original movie. As the two women begin to work together, they descend into a psychosexual mania. And I'm excited to see what this one's going to be like. I saw the new trailer that was just released today, and I think it looks really great. So I'm very, very excited about that. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on these summer horror films and which one you are more excited to see in the comments down below. And as always, that is going to do it for me. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, follow us wherever you can. If you watch this on the live, I really appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. We talk movies all the time here, and I will get a new camera. This is horrible quality. I'm going to get the step up pretty soon. Do not worry about that. But I'll see all of you next time. As always, let me know which summer horror film you are most excited for. And make sure you subscribe, follow us wherever you can. Stay safe, stay positive.